Hello there. I'm continuing with the theme, if you cannot tell. Yeah. Hopefully, Missy Ma'am won't wake up while I'm showing books because she'll probably start crying. Okay, I'm going to show you some chapter books. And these are some that I alluded to yesterday. They're new. Yeah, they're relatively all new chapter books that I want to show you. So I'm going to flip the camera over and just show them to you on my lap. All right, so the first one is called A Tricky Kind of Magic. And it says, when life gets tough, keep looking for the impossible. So, as I mentioned in my live video yesterday, the main character, his father, has passed basically before this book started. He does not pass away in the middle of the book. It starts with him, the young man, remembering his father and kind of having trouble expressing his emotions with his family. He has a little brother and a mom. And it's actually a nice size book. It took me a while to, I don't know what a while is. I mean, I think I read it in a day, but it's got some good length to it. And he just kind of goes on this journey. It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, actually, the type of journey he goes on, and it's kind of odd, like Alice in Wonderland, like the journey, but there is meaning. And I don't know if there's any meaning in Alice in Wonderland. There might be, but I don't recall ever figuring out what that was. So even the pictures kind of remind you of it, but it has to do with magic. His father was a magician, and so he loves magic as well, and so goes on this like magic adventure, and which in the end you wonder if it's actually just a dream. And then he kind of realizes, again, spoiler alert, that his father will always be with him because he passed on this love for magic. And he has friends and family along the way that kind of help him realize this and kind of make peace with that. So there you have it. If you want to screenshot that just to see, or you can go on the website and see the synopsis as well. And so, okay, next I actually wanted to show you the one that I dropped on the floor. The Night Animals, which I have read. My son was in the middle of reading this, found it on his bed. This was really, I thought this was a great book. So the main character is Nora. And so, her mom is going through what is, PTSD because her mom worked in, like emergency room or like with, like in a hospital setting that was really extreme, and it was causing her a lot of stress. And, so Nora's like dealing with that. She, basically sees these animals, that no one else can see, and, meets friends along the way. There's bullies in here, family, lessons. It's actually really, really good. The animal she sees can be interpreted to mean, you can kind of interpret it how you want. She calls them ghost animals, but, they also could mean like memories. And, it's just such a great book about, finding family, I guess, what's the word? My mom brain has me losing words all of the time. In unexpected places, finding help, seeking help, just different lessons. A lot of us could really relate to this. I feel like, when to ask for help, who to trust for help, when to speak up. And if you're going through something and having issues, you should speak up. You should find somebody to, you know, speak up to. I mean, this is kind of it's hard to, without giving away everything, but those are kind of the lessons in this book. I really highly recommend this book. It was so good. It feels heavy, but it would be a great read aloud and discussion book. And for kids that might be going through this, or even parents, families going through some of the same issues, in this book, meeting people that you don't think, you want to be friends with, and then learning like you guys have much more in common than you thought. It's so good. It's really good. And then I'll start with the books that I have read or my kids have read. And so here's one of the newest Adventure Mice books. Just want to show you the inside of this series. We have the other one that's new, but I don't know where that went to, because we took it with us out of town, and then that was the weekend I had the baby. So, you know, I wasn't on top of like being knowing where everything was after that. So this could be a good read aloud for younger kids, as their attention span grows. My 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old likes these. My 9-year-old likes everything, so it's kind of hard, I guess, to gauge, but he likes these as well. And so these are a nice thickness for younger kids. Kind of a beginner chapter book. And I called it a long form picture book because it's got all of these great pictures throughout. And then, okay, I have these two I have not read yet. This is A Girl Called Joy. There are 3 now in this series. Basically, she finds the silver lining in everything. I do know someone who's read this book and really highly recommended it. You know, it has to do with family. I think her family, her mom and dad and her sister. I started reading this book. Their grandparent, I believe he had a fall, so they're a family that would like move around all the time and be really adventurous, and then they had to kind of move to take care of their her grandpa, I believe. And so it's the beginning of that. They don't want to go really, but you know, and settle down, but they're kind of forced to. And so apparently, though, she is very good at finding kind of the silver lining and everything, and that's kind of the crux of this book. And so there's the back. And then the last one is The Hunt for the Nightingale. This is another heavy book. I have not even attempted to start this chapter book yet. I don't think. I'm going to read the back to you because I don't know much about it yet. So things aren't lost. They're only ever in a different place. Jasper has been waiting all spring for his beloved nightingale to return to the garden and sing, but is not there, and neither is his sister Rosie. Gathering his backpack and his courage, Jasper sets out alone on a walk to find them both. Making new friends along the way. And will he find what he's looking for at the journey's end? Actually, I think I might have read like the first couple pages, and I think he ventures off without his parents knowing, and in search of his sister, because she's normally the one that is really there for him. And yeah, so I have not finished it, so I don't know the whole tone of the book. But there may be someone actually that has a review and I can post, especially if you want more information on it. So yeah, that's, all I have for now. I wanted to show you what was new in the chapter book area. I had some people who were wanting some good chapter book recommendations, and hadn't showed yet what was new. And so I'm loving the fact that we're getting a lot more chapter books for older readers. I think that's something that we've needed for a little minute, and they're touch on very important things that real people deal with. And even if you don't deal with it in your own family, it's great to have an understanding of what other people might deal with and have those discussions. Because one thing that is true about books is they are windows and they are mirrors. And also, I've heard sliding doors. The windows and mirrors part especially, I've come to understand, is they can reflect things that are true for you, and they can also give you a glimpse into other people's lives. And that's really important when it comes to getting along with the other people that we share this world with. So, yeah, if you guys have any other questions about these books, let me know. And I hope this was helpful.